Bienvenidos otra vez. Here we go again. Another way to look at the idea of making comparisons in Spanish. Again, we call them comparatives just because we are turning the adjective into a new word. So tall becomes taller. But I like to understand it as just making comparisons, that general idea. So again, here we have three phrases with the adjective, right? So you have your noun followed by más, followed by the adjective, then followed by que, and the second noun. So más, of course, is more than. Más blank, whatever, okay? Or menos, however you're comparing them. If they're the same, they're tanto, whatever, adjective, como. So notice that the más and menos both require the que, and the tan requires the como. The adjective, represented by the triple dots here, the adjective will agree with the first noun. So the adjective that is in the middle of the sentence agrees with the first noun. Here are some examples. Mi abuela es más artística que mi padre. Right? Again, it agrees with the first noun in gender and a number. In this case, it's singular and feminine. My grandma is more artistic than my dad. And another one, tus hermanas son tan serias como el maestro. Okay, it's plural and feminine. So you have serias. Again, there are irregular comparatives that we use, and there are 4 taken directly from the first video. Mis tíos son mayores que mi tía. Notice that it's plural son and not es, because mis tíos is plural. If it was singular, right, it would be mi tío es mayor que mi tía. My uncle is older than my aunt. We don't use the más or menos for any of these irregulars, right? Because it doesn't make sense. More or less, you wouldn't add those to older, younger, better, or worse. So when you don't have an adjective, you're not going to have a word in the middle. Okay, instead, you'll just flow them together. So más que is more than. So I like this more than that. I live closer to this than that. Okay. Menos que is less than. Tanto como as close as, or as equal. Okay. Notice that when you do have the adjective, it's tan como, but when you don't, it's tanto como. Here are some examples. Me gusta ir al gimnasio más que la biblioteca. Just simply saying you like one more than the other. Here's the second example. With a question, ¿te gusta hablar tanto como escuchar? Do you like one just as much as the other? Do you like speaking as much as you do listening? All right, here is the práctica. I will go over the answers in a moment. Go ahead and figure out for each one if it's A or B, and come back when you're done. Go ahead and pause it. Okay, welcome back. So now for número uno, just choose a sentence that belongs for each one. Número uno, you have a tía and you have an abuela. And how are you comparing them? You're comparing them by age, right? Mayor, menor is younger and older, older and younger. Okay, so mi tía, sorry. You have to figure out here. My aunt is younger than my grandma. So how do we say that? Mi tía es menor que mi abuela. Number 2, las chicas and los chicos we are comparing the chicas, the girls, right? They're your first noun. So the girls are more serious than the boys, right? Las chicas son más serias que los chicos. Okay, number 3, we have Monica and Alicia, and they are comparing by how studious they are, right? We're looking for the adjective, and it's there. Who is more studious? So Monica es más estudiosa que Alicia. Number 4, we have Marco Arturo, 2 guys. What are we comparing them by? We're talking by alto, by height. Okay, so who's taller in here? Marco es más alto que Arturo. There we go. A. And for 5, we don't have 2 things here that we're comparing, right? All the other ones are people to people. Here it's just simply saying with descansar, to rest. So to rest versus correr, to run. So in this case, Marta likes to rest more than one. Marta le gusta descansar más, more than run, más que correr. Okay, here is another practice. Again, the trick to remember is that más and menos require que, and tan or tanto require como. So Julián es más organizado que su vecino, more organized than her neighbor, or than his neighbor. Matilde es tan inteligente como su hermana. Matilde is just as smart as her sister. Elena corre tanto como José. Elena runs just as much as Jose. Pedro tiene más libros. So Pedro has more books que su hermano, than his sister, or than his friend, sorry. Number 5, Sara toca la guitarra mejor. So Sarah plays the guitar better. And we have mejor. So it's one of the irregulars. And normally you would take más, but it would not, it's mejor here. So yes, mejor would be with que. Yep. Ricardo es tan trabajador, blank es su hermano. Here you have tan, so it would be como. All right, we'll take one more look with some practice. This time, here we go. Adiós, nos vemos, see you soon.